Are we going to get gun control in this country that is anywhere near sane? Are we going to have it stepped up as it was in the past? For example, the AR-15 that James Holmes used, and Jesus, God, I know so little about guns. I don't know what to call it. The magazine that holds a lot of frickin' bullets and can fire them all at the same time. Anyway, that thing used to be illegal. Okay. All right. Anyway, so the bottom line is, are the Democrats going to do anything in proposing real legislation and perhaps trying to actually fight for real legislation when it comes to gun control in this country? Obviously, back in 1994, semi-automatic weapons were banned under Bill Clinton. That ban expired in 2004. Of course, the Bush administration did not renew it. And of course, Obama administration has done absolutely nothing on that issue. In 2009, the Brady group gave President Obama straight Fs on gun control. Nothing. In fact, in some ways, he's been worse than President Bush. Now you can carry weapons into some places like national parks that you could not before. And of course, there was a bit of an opportunity after Gabriel Giffords was shot in the head, a congressperson shot in the head, and President Obama did nothing after that in proposing any extra gun control. In fact, he did an editorial in a small Arizona paper where he basically said, the existing laws, they seem like they're pretty good. Yeah, rock and roll. I mean, what are we talking about here? He didn't even try to outlaw the high bullet magazines. I don't know what you call them, obviously. The ones that could fire more than 30 bullets in one sitting. Now, apparently, they could fire up to 100. Apparently, James Holmes had over 300 bullets on him, 6,000 at home, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, nothing's been done about that. Now, Carolyn McCarthy is a representative from New York. Her husband was shot in a mass shooting back in the 1990s, so she is obviously very much in favor of gun control. That's why she went into Congress in the first place. She says that politicians, quote, don't have a spine anymore, and hence are very unlikely to do anything going forward. Dianne Feinstein thinks it might not be a good idea either. Let's go to video number 6.
Are you disappointed in the president?
Well, I would hope that there would be a sane national conversation on guns. President Obama, Mr. Romney, I think they should give it a lot of consideration. I think this is a bad time to brace a new subject. There has been no action. There has been no action because there's been no outrage out there. People haven't rallied forward.
It's a bad time. Oh my God, don't bring it up. It's a bad time for two reasons. One, don't politicize the tragedy. In other words, ignore it. Don't do anything to fix it. Well, if we can't talk about the tragedy that just happened in Aurora, Colorado, can we talk about the one that happened in Arizona when those 6 people were murdered and a congresswoman was shot in the head? Can we talk about Columbine? Can we talk about all the other shootings? Can we talk about the 87 gun-related deaths per day in this country? No, it's always too soon. It's either always too soon or too late. There's never a good spot to talk about it. And for Democratic politicians, they say, oh my God, right before the election. No way. This is when we show when we're in top form in terms of our cowardice. So now people might say, hey, it's really bad politics, so you got to stay away from it. And look, if they had shown courage in other areas, but this is the one area where they were a little, shy in going forward because it's a real political loser, I could begin to have that conversation. But that is not what has happened with the Democratic Party or the Obama administration. They have shown almost no courage on this issue, let alone any of the other issues. Well, when asked about it, Jay Carney had this quote about President Obama's proposals going forward. I would say that the president's views on this are as he stated and as he spelled out in the op-ed that was published in an Arizona newspaper. He can't even remember the name of the paper, it was so small. That's how much they buried that stupid op-ed, which is that he believes we need to take steps that protect the Second Amendment rights of the American people. Yeah, great time to talk about Second Amendment rights, but that to ensure we are not allowing weapons into the hands of individuals who should not, by existing law, obtain those weapons. So, translation, Here's what we're going to do about it. Nothing. It's less than zero. We would like to force existing law. First of all, this psycho in Colorado got all the weapons and the bullets all legally. The only thing we're not positive he got legally is the bombs. The authorities haven't spoken out about that. But his protective gear, the bulletproof vest, the helmet, the throat protector, totally legal. 6,000 bullets, totally legal. The AR-15, the shotgun, the 2 Glocks, all totally legal. So those are the existing laws that President Obama wants to enforce. What good would they have done? No, this is the exact opposite of a profile and courage. There is no amount of people that you could shoot in this country at once in different instances that would get President Obama and the Democrats to actually fight for gun control in this country. Instead of 12, the number of people killed could have been 120. Could have been 1,200. Any amount of number. The president will not move. He's scared to death of the NRA. Jay Carney, of course, his spokesperson, continued, the president's view is that we can take steps to keep guns out of the hands of people who should not have them under existing law, and that's his focus right now. He mentioned existing law 3 different times, and if that wasn't clear enough, when emailed by the Huffington Post about it, he responded in a follow-up email that he said nothing, quote, about proposed or hypothetical legislation. In other words, we swear, we promise, we're on our knees. We're begging the NRA not to do anything. We're telling the gun manufacturers, sell more guns. And if you want, you kill more people. Who cares? We're on our knees. Please, please don't do anything to us. We swear, we'll never do gun control. Not hypothetical, not proposed, nothing. Well, then you go to a senior Democratic aide on Capitol Hill. Does Harry Reid plan to do anything? Now, Frank Lautenberg wants to propose legislation. So, hey, look, there's a Democrat who would like to do something. Here's the response. Not this work period. We'll see about September, but given the schedule and the need to do continuing resolution omnibus spending bill, I doubt it. In other words, they're not even going to take a vote on it. Lautenberg has a bill. Harry Reid, the leader of the Democrats, will not even bring it up for a vote. He said, no, there's no chance. The Democrats would never dare take on the NRA, no matter how many people are murdered by guns on a daily basis or in these wide-scale massacres. Apparently, you could shoot 2 or 3 or 8 congressmen in the head. You're still not going to get any gun control. Apparently, you could slaughter thousands of Americans with semi-automatic guns and 6,000 bullets, and you're still not going to get any gun control. It is a complete and unilateral and utter surrender to the National Rifle Association and the gun manufacturers that they represent and the profits that they make off of these murders. Okay, so how's that for clear? I mean, if you thought you'd seen Democratic surrenders before, nothing on this scale, man. All right, so President Obama, of course, is in Colorado with telling the heroic stories, and look, I'm tired of it. You know what? It's a little bit of it's used as a political trick to assuage you for doing it so that they can take no action. So he goes and talks about 2 girls that were there. It's a great story. Allie Young, Stephanie Davies, they're friends. The one's 19, the other one's 21. The 19-year-old Allie Young gets up to warn others. She gets shot in the neck. Her friend, the 21-year-old, puts pressure on the wound until people come to the rescue and they bring her and she survives. And President Obama hugs him. It's a great photo op. I don't even want to show you the photo. And he gets all this sympathy as if he's doing something, but he's not. It's the exact opposite. He's like, here's a photo op, and it is meant to replace me actually giving a damn and doing anything about this outrage.